that there is a need for us to clear certain confusion that is being circulated in social media, and therefore we have called you up to clarify those confusion. We are going ahead with shutdown. We have, in the process, we have discussed with the government, and through our Honorable Minister K.G, Kenye, who is also the spokesperson of the government, and we have apprised the entire issue to him, and he took all the sympathies, interests, and he tried to understand our situation and position and our demand. And he acknowledged that the demand is very genuine. Accordingly, he took the pain to sit with Honorable Chief Minister and deliberated with Honorable Chief Minister. And accordingly, we also have received a communication from the Honorable Minister urging us to keep in abeyance the proposed voluntary shutdown. The 9 district chambers, the Cncci office has deliberated on the letter that Honorable Minister has sent us. We are highly indebted to him. We appreciate the concern, the effort that he has put to bring into an amicable solution. However, the letter that we have received as we deliberate with the 9 district chambers and the office bearers, it has agreed that we appreciate and we respect the letter that the government has given, and we also acknowledge and humbled by the promptness of government trying to resolve our issue. So we have resolved that. However, the 9 districts and the office has a concern that without a time frame, it is impossible for us to just call off. And therefore, the 9 districts and the office bearers of Cncci has decided that we will go on with the shutdown, voluntary, which is very peaceful. It will be peaceful, we assure you, and it will be a democratic expression of displeasure. So, with that, I want to make the press conference very precise, not dwelling on other issues, but very specific to this upcoming shutdown. Here, I want to be very clear to the state government, as well as the consumers, as well as the business community, that the Cncci over the last 4 years has tried to convey to the government that the demands and an aspiration of the 9 district chambers are met. And therefore, the Cncci team, we have tried to troubleshoot, we have tried to play the middleman and bring into solution some kind of solution with the state government as per the mandate given to us by the 9 district chambers. Now, our effort for last 4 years has not come to a fruition that we expected. And therefore, now the Cncci technically has now given the responsibility as demanded by the district chambers that we have allowed them to pursue their means and course of action. So, as you are all aware, after our repeated and constant effort to make government understand, we also went back to the 9 districts telling the difficulties that the Cncci are facing. Based on that, the 9 districts has taken their own unilateral decisions that they will go for indefinite shutdown. And that has come out in the separate press release by all the district chambers. And the CNC say, so similarly, some of the district has even come up with 2-3 press releases that they are going ahead with a shutdown unilaterally. So here technically the CNCCI no more has can't say more or can't do much now to stop the district chambers from going ahead with their demands, which they have feel they have been very aggrieved. And therefore we have accordingly allowed and agreed to the district chamber of commerce to go ahead with their indefinite shutdown. Any given point of time, if the government can give us a deadline, we will immediately call off the indefinite shutdown. Here we want to again stress that we have waited for 4 years. So we are not in a hurry. We are a matured body. We are ready to listen to the government. We are ready to wait for the government. So we are not in a hurry कि एक हफ्ता पर मजते DDV, एक महीना मजते DV इनका भी कुछ नहीं. Just that we need the assurance from the government कि time bound एक ता 6 महीना होगी, next session assembly होगी, itu kuri dibo. No like next cabinet meeting होले भी kuru will look into it kuri दिशो बोले तो we are happy. It's not that aji DV kali DV itu lagai कुछ नहीं. But as I want to repeat myself, the CNCCI given as a mandate, we have done our best for last 4 years. Now, with no breakthrough, now the district, as they have unilaterally come out, we are allowing them to go ahead.
Mala Chairman La, the supplement could do 4 years negotiate could. The government knows the problem. Divo gule divi shopke nadivo gule nadivo laye. Holiwe whereas Kohima Rom kusunde diyena, the rest have been neglected. As we all know, the previous press released the question. Dimapur itself, government la revenue there 60%, more than 60% revenue has there, but the government has been neglecting Dimapur. Why? If they start nadivo gule kunjim nadivo hojabe, we have no problem with that. Holiwe kumbage divo kumbage neglect kurula la du khushi bana. Since tan problems are here, what is the hidden agenda of the government? Or tan press release the government be alta palta idu kiki koina Dimapur municipal digina. We have not sent anybody from the DCCI or Cncci. Tan ko asam han give digina say all of so many things are put up tan question but we are very frustrated. Government knows the problem. Government of the day knows the problem. Divugule division, so mangi divine divugule kun give ne. We have no problem with that, but they are sitting on the problem. We are trying to Nagaland government labi from Annoli. We are trying to understand them also. Negotiate pi kurase, kotha pi kurase. Holi bi procrastinate kuriena, jani na procrastinate kuriena. You should all know public and bujuala here. Dimapur itself, nomination kiman kurgina ase. Municipal ek te pass tai thaksu do 1/5 asu na. But after the election tahan nomination do ek to budli kurgina tahan la political party nominate kurule atta diye asu do. Why the public are so silent on those things? Why do we need so many from the political party nomination? Dimapur man bhi no hai, bahar man bhi nominate kurna ase. Dimapur do municipal do. Business nazana manbe Dimapur la affairs nazane tha manbe appointment guna so Dimapur to example dia so itu de naga public khari to buju bola ye.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what I want to say.
Thank you, Kevin. Let me also come in here once again. There has been confusion that the business community from Dimapur DCCI per se has been accommodated in the Dimapur Municipal Council. And as per our record, no official has been forwarded by the DCCI, or for that matter, the Office of Cncci has not recommended anyone that is being nominated and in the office. So Ami Khan Laga, on the record, we want to appeal to the government that the government might be slightly confused with the issue, but there is no representation from the, there's no member who represents the DCCI or business community in the DMC. To be on the record, clarify kuri dibo mona ase. Aro, anybody representing a business community needs to be a consensus member from the business community. Then only he or she can speak on behalf. Kunba dukan ekta khuli kena business ekta choli kena itu manu ke hali di kena business community represent kure ase kole, how can he take a decision on behalf of the business community? Utinimde, we want it to be very specific, very clear that there is maybe misunderstanding that the business community has been accommodated, but it is not true. So that's one. Number two, as my treasurer has just said, the Municipal Act in original is for the representation of 1:5, and we understand the difficulties of the government. So they have amended and brought it down to 1:3. We also appreciate that because it is for our own good. And here, the government, if willing, can further accommodate the business community. If it can bring down from 1/5 to 1/3, then it definitely can further bring down. So if the government is willing, the issue can be resolved. Now, here, as I have stated earlier in my press conference, today also I want to reiterate, Nagamis Pragoi Diwa Kunba social media, then Nagamis Prabi Kovi Koi Tage. Public Khan Olop Dictar Pabo, Duk Pabo Holebi, or consumers Khan Holebi, Amikan itu clear cut common Jadu, itu government Laga against Stephen Hoide, itu ULBs, DMC Hovi, KMC Hovi, Nole urban local bodies kun Laga against Stephen Hoide. We are trying to be part of the system to help the ULBs. Consumers can laga interest be safeguard kurwole, business community laga interest be safeguard kurwole. Ami kan to system te jage na mili ke na kam kurwole for the benefit. Kimane? Ami kan business community pura tate ULBs te na thagile. Most of the decisions bishi to ULB te business community laga loi thage. To ami khan no thagile ulta pulta decision loa time te ami khan business community te kya affect kora logo consumers ke affect kora ase. Aro consumers ke affect kora ase tumte mokan kun ke bi against kora na hole bi ami khan bi mili ke na itu system bhal pra ulai ke na sab laga benefit hole. Aro kurwani mite ami khan itu government ke request kora ase itu nimite moron pra public ke bi itu clear cut buji divi age de ami kwa nishina hoy problem decision wrong decision aise kole ULBs khan to ami khan business against no hoy consumers khan against no hobo pare hole bi na jani ke na wrong decision loile to business community to loss to bigri no korbo to itu to pass on to the consumers hoi jabo itu time de pass on to consumers ho time te consumer duk pai tunde olop to ami khan logote mili ke na jai dile bishi bhalo wo koi kine to ekta itu bi ami on the record ko man ase aji ami khan laga honorable minister K.G. Kenye ke bhal pra sitting guri ke na bhal pra explain gurisele he understood the position of business community and he expressed it as a genuine demand. Aur tai koisa kiman enjoys pra kun pra mangi thakile bi we are the people that deserves to be represented. Koi kena tai honorable CM logote koi dise. Here I want to clearly point out once again. 4 साल pra chief secretary ke koi kena aise 4 साल pra department ke koi kena aise. I think they have failed to communicate the demand and the genuinity of the demand of business community to the government, that is the cabinet and honorable chief minister. Within the communication gap thagise, and I am not blaming the government of the day, but the concerned people whom we have been writing to for last 4 years, including Chief Secretary and the department, has failed to do genuinely present the demands put forth by the CNCCI. Itu nimide gap ulaise de. Otherwise, we sincerely understand that government is trying to address our issue. Itu janise ki mane last time mokan kwa logo the government bra immediately amikan ke matise. Secondly, this time our government official spokesperson and the honorable minister has immediately said with the chief minister. So government is serious, and we really are appreciative of the government position. It will be on a record very clear kuri dia ase. Tai amikan laga he has said that he has appraised our issue with the honorable Dr. Nifinirio, that all the memos that we have submitted, all the correspondence that we have done with the government has been apprised. And accordingly, they have said and they have deliberated on this. And they will, in the coming cabinet meeting, since it cannot be decided by 2 individuals, 3 individuals, in the cabinet, it has to be decided on a larger sitting. So next cabinet deliberate pi kuri dibo iniga koi kena ase holibi till then last cabinet meeting hesab te amikan as a special invitees thagibi koise, which we have rejected. So this is the correspondence we have received. We are very happy, we are very kind to the government, but we are still insisting that we need a deadline.
When did you receive that?
I received this letter today.
Supplementing the statement you just mentioned that the state government has offered the CNCCI to be special invitees,
Right.
Which in turn is like a nominee, government nominee without voting power, without voting rights in the ULBs. So if the government decides to add more nominees, will it not tend amount to violating the Nagaland Municipal Act?
No, I feel, see, let's not go to broader areas because we are very specific to the issue, but let me just answer this only. When it was, what is local self-governance? In fact, Pura citizen is a part of local self-government. And if the situation, if the circumstances, or if the job demands that, it should be given, if it is doing justice. Now, when the government, as I have earlier stated, the original bill states that it has to be 1/5. When government can bring it to 1/3, what is the big problem in accommodating 1 or 2 members? To the issue in I also want to clarify that it is all about everyone coming together and then building our market, building our towns, building our cities. It is not about kiba ami lobo loi jawo la kotha noi de. It is to misunderstand nokuri divi. It to clear cut it koi dibo manase. Thank you all.
Sir, apni kan koi ase 4 years. Government logo khuda borna apni kan CNCCI kan ba municipal urban local body state representative ta apni clarify korche. Unki apni kan government logo koi gina setting bona government ba apni kan logo de apni kan proposal agreed kora sir. In principle national one hai. Please don't mind. I just want to rectify that.
Representation khande dia ram de do government bar verbal assurance de on many occasions. Will it be written assurance to dia? Or the letters, I mean not the letters also. Will it be when we had the Northeast Conclave at Nyatu Resort, I think 2 years back. Itu time the CM IJ, he has graced the occasion also. Itu time the Mohan Tadevi take remind Kodisha. Representation do aro resubmit Kodisha. Will it be Tadevi Tai Quatugosha. Will it be all verbal assurance? No written assurance.
Now, sir, Mokokchung municipal or Paima municipal leader representative distribution. Kiman Nishman Dina, sir, even if you don't mention my name.
From the office of CNCCI, we recommended 1 from Kohima, 1 from Mokokchung, and both were accommodated. But our recommendation for Dimapur was never accommodated.
Okay.
Therefore, we are saying that Dimapur laga to business community laga representative tonight. Lastly, So lastly, I want to say CNCCI to amikhan naga mangan noide. I want to clarify this to the public and once and for all. District laga affairs ase district ki accommodate korbi. Ami as a CNCCI amikhan we feel for the market, we feel for the consumers, and we feel for the public. That's why we are fighting this because we know this is a just cause. Nohele to ami la chairman, ami la secretary la post mangan nohele tumde public pura ami kan kiniga sacrifice kora se for the benefit of everyone. Please apni kan bi jog dibi koi kini tipe appeal kora.
So now, sir, Naga Council right, itu laga issues namin 16 May de a consultative meeting karise, discuss bi karise, and they have requested CNCCI that in shutter down the jagina. Other means democratic means praja, ikinika inika, appeal bi karise. But now you are saying that sir, apne an indefinite shutter down the CNCCI noina, it is a district wise jaise karise, lokabo na pare. So propose shutter down voluntary to kitia par shuru kuru nisna.
No, it is we are starting from tomorrow because all the district chambers has clearly come up with a press release that they will start by tomorrow. So now even our Dimapur Chamber of Commerce is with us in our midst, our Vice President. So he can also clarify on the Naga Council thing. Here we want to clearly tell, appeal the Naga Council that, as I have stated, whatever we are doing, or the ECCI is doing, it is for the good of the business community and consumers of the Dimapur. And luckily, Dimapur being one of the commercial hub of Nagaland, technically the ECCI is also fighting for the rest of Nagaland as well. So I will appeal Naga Council that this is not the CNCCI's call, but this is the call of 9 district chambers. So we will request them to kindly cooperate with Dimapur district chamber and bring out some amicable solutions.